is the end of the year again, the end of 2019. So just like last year, I've come up with a bunch of numbers to summarize another year on the road. Let's dig into this. So first of all, this is my third year in a row that I went to 5 continents, the same 5 continents. I'm currently in South America, and before that I was in North America, Europe, Africa, and started my year in Asia. This year has brought me to 20 different countries around the world. But out of those, only 6 of them were new countries. Most of them are countries that I've already been to before. I saw 3 new countries on my trip across Africa and 3 new countries when I went to the Baltics. Another place I went, which is not technically a country, is Svalbard, which is a territory of Norway, but is very different than Norway. Svalbard was definitely the most interesting place I went this year. The city that I spent the most time in was Lisbon. I stayed in Lisbon 3 times this year with a total of 70 days. That's right, 70 days is the longest I spent in any city this year. And Lisbon was also my longest consecutive stay. I spent 40 days there this fall. Now all this traveling took 46 flights. I know that's a ton of flights. And I'm also very aware of how terrible that is for the environment. Greta would be very angry at me. And out of those flights, 9 of them were transcontinental flights. And 4 of those transcontinental flights were in the same month. I was jumping back and forth between Europe and North America this August. Aside from flights, I took 2 trains and 3 ferries. Although technically it was all the same ferry. I went from Finland to Estonia by ferry and then realized I forgot my passport and then I went back. It's been almost 3.5 years that I've been on the road so far, but this past year has been by far the most that I've been focusing on work. This year I spoke at 2 different conferences and also attended 5 different blockchain conferences in 4 different countries, which is the reason that this is the only video I've made this year. I've still filmed a ton of cool stuff, but I just haven't time to edit. But still having a good time and looking forward to another awesome decade. Here's to 2020.